Are you looking for the best hair dryers? In this video we will look at some of the 4 best hair dryers on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Samvilla Light Professional Ionic. Though not as flashy as some others, the Samvilla Light Professional Ionic is an excellent hairdryer that we'd recommend to just about anyone. Its 2 concentrator nozzles do an excellent job pushing air at above average speeds exactly where you want it to go. The Samvilla uses lower temperatures for just as effective styling, thereby saving your hair from the ravages of too much heat. Both attachments stayed in place and never fell off during our testing. This dryer is compact compared to many other full-size dryers, so it's easier to wield as you style and dry your hair and easier to justify bringing along when you travel. Its rounded cord is long without being bulky, and the handle's matte texture and ergonomic shape make it comfortable and easy to hold. That matte finish shows fingerprints and scuffs more easily than glossy dryers. And while the rocker controls are in a convenient place with just the right amount of resistance, their colors are childish and their indented Roman numerals aren't super easy to read. If you have exceptionally thick or curly hair and want to create your style with a low-powered diffuser dryer, the Samvilla might not be quite what you need. The exorbitantly expensive Dyson Supersonic fills that niche better, but you'll pay for it. However, if you need high, concentrated power in a pleasant-to-use package, the Samvilla is our number 1 recommendation. At number 2. Dyson Supersonic. If you're down to drop some cash on one of the best hair dryers out there, the Dyson Supersonic is our top recommendation, especially if you have textured hair. This unconventional-looking dryer is the only model we tested with the versatility to style nearly all hair types, thanks to all the included attachments. It has 5 magnetic attachments, no duplicates, like most other models, 3 speeds, and 4 temperature settings. Though it took some testing to figure out the best settings, it's the only one we could consistently get to style hair in waves and curls. Even straight-haired users have lots to get excited about, as the odd-looking flyaway attachment worked wonders at taming our locks all day, with no touch-ups required. Understated controls are easy to operate without getting in the way during use. By moving the air intake to the bottom of the handle, the balance of this dryer is much more in hand than any other model we tested. The Dyson Supersonic is unlike any other dryer we've ever used, and there was a learning curve to figuring out what settings worked for different hair types. The Dyson is versatile enough for any thickness and texture of hair, and sometimes, we overdried our hair while trying to find that perfect combination of heat and speed. But if you're willing to experiment, this model is the only one we tested that styles non-straight hair well. Of course, all those styling options and that unique design comes with a very high price tag. We're also not in love with the excessively thick cord, with no cord wrangling strap, and its chunky electric box dangling in the middle of the wire about 18 inches above the plug. It's no peach to stuff into a suitcase, but the styling versatility of the Dyson is more than enough to convince us to bring it along on all but the most minimalist of trips. If you're sick of torturing your hair straight every day and are ready to let your waves or curls shine, there's no other dryer we would recommend for styling textured hair than the Dyson Supersonic. At number 3. Conair Infinity Pro 1875W Salon Performance. If you're searching for a basic budget hair dryer that's a step above the cheapest options, we recommend looking at the Conair Infinity Pro 1875W Salon Performance. This model has plenty of airflow, a convenient interface, an ergonomic grip, and a hanging loop for storage. It has 3 different temperature settings, a locking cool shot button, a flat concentrator, and a circular diffuser. Its twist-off filter allows for easy maintenance. Compared to the premium products in our test, this model is very basic, and if you are prone to frizz, you should choose a different model. The cord is less than 6 foot, which can be restrictive. We also noticed that the rocker switches could bite into your hands a bit at their extreme positions. Flaws aside, if you're in the market for an affordable blow dryer, the Conair Infinity Pro 1875W Salon Performance will get the job done fast at a tiny fraction of the price of the high-end models. We tested some dryers that were even cheaper than this one, but none that we would recommend, as there's a steep drop-off in performance. At number 4. Ionic Graphene MX. Are you sick of feeling like your hair is fried, no matter what heat setting you use? The Ionic Graphene MX could answer your struggle. This gentle dryer is kinda hair on all settings. Its hottest temperature is on par with most models' warm setting. To make up for these lower temperatures, the graphene boasts some of the highest speeds we tested. Its concentrator nozzles are rounded on their ends, allowing a more even spread of air while still reasonably concentrated, no tornado effect here. It's also shorter than most full-size dryers, lightweight, and boasts a long cord. And though the looks of a hairdryer don't matter or factor into our scoring, the deep glossy navy of this model earned US from more than one of our testers. If you've got thick hair that only dries with hot air, the Graphene MX probably won't be enough for you. And though we love the effectiveness of the rounded concentrators and circular nozzle, they're less effective at rigid styling and best employed to dry hair into its naturally loose texture. If naturally loose doesn't describe the texture of your hair, this may not be the dryer you're searching for. It's also one of the more expensive options we tested, so not something to purchase on a maybe. But if you've almost given up on hairdryers because they're all too harsh, the Ionic Graphene MX may be your hair's new best friend.